How does Google make money from what it does? Well, very simply, it is a really fantastic advertising machine. It offers targeted advertising to potential advertisers as a way of reaching their potential customers. Now, primarily, it does it through the search engine. The search engine is something that most of us will be familiar with. It's got a very simple looking interface, but there are many complex features behind it. But it's successful because it allows us to find things, and it's very good at what it does. So for example, if I were to search for flat screen TVs, let's imagine that I'm thinking of buying a flat screen TV. Let's go and do a search for it, and it brings up lots of shopping results, but it also brings up sponsored adverts. Okay, and there are more sponsored links that are available down here. And Google makes money because every time I click on one of these links, Google gets paid some money for it. Okay, and it's very good at matching up the adverts to the search terms. Okay, so Google's just paid some money to Argos. No, Google's just paid some money to Tesco. I haven't actually bought anything from them, but I might. Okay, so it's very, very good at delivering targeted advertising. Certainly companies like ITV are suffering because a lot of ad spend is switching over to things like Google, where it's targeted, it's trackable. Okay, whereas if you're advertising on TV, it's much harder to target your advertising at the particular demographics that the advertisers would want to reach. Whereas here, there's a good chance if I'm searching for flat screen TVs, flat screen TV reviews, flat screen TV Best Buys, etc., it's because I'm interested in buying a flat screen TV. So Google makes huge amounts of money from this. It's the dominant search engine in many parts of the world, and it's the dominant search engine by a huge distance in many parts of the world. Now, Google also offers other services, such as Google Maps, for example. Okay, the Google Maps service is really nice, and I can put a search term in, like for example, I can call it the postcode of the university. And lovely, and it gives me a nice map of the area, and there are various options as to how I view it, and I can zoom in and see the area really in quite some detail and stuff. But again, Google gives me the chance to find resources through this. Let's imagine that I want to come and visit, our graduation coming up or whatever it happens to be, and I want a hotel in the area. So if I search for hotels with the postcode, suddenly the map isn't just a map anymore, it's a way of me connecting with advertisers and vice versa. So I get links into hotel chains, and I can see reviews and things that are available of these hotels. I can expand that and focus on the map should I want to do so, and I can bring back the sponsored link information. Okay, so again, Google is making money if I go and follow up any of these details, and it's very good at putting things on and allows me now to go and connect through to the appropriate hotel chains. Okay, so I could go and do this. What about things like YouTube? Well, YouTube, owned by Google, of course, hugely popular site, hugely popular. YouTube's an interesting example because Google has to be careful where it puts money. So if I go to YouTube, I can see there's an advert on this particular homepage. It even says advertisement. Okay, and if I do certain types of searches, I'll find there are adverts, and for some other searches there won't be. So if, for example, I go to the official Metallica TV site on YouTube and go through, and here's Metallica TV, okay, I might find that there are adverts somewhere on the page around here. Google may or may not place some adverts on. I'm sure there was one on earlier, can't see it at the moment. Okay, but if I just do, for example, in fact, there we go, look, so I've done my search for Metallica, and when the results come back, there's an advert from play.com. Do I want to find stuff linked to Metallica from play.com because it thinks I'm interested, and sure enough I can get my results coming back for Guitar Hero, for CDs, for t-shirts, whatever it happens to be. Okay, and all the time I'm clicking on the links in this little demo, Google's getting money from it. But if I go through and just choose something that somebody's uploaded, then I'll find the video, okay, and I'll find links to similar videos. But normally what I won't do is find adverts here. Okay, I won't find links, I won't find sponsored links, because the person who's uploaded this may or may not have permission, I don't know, to place this on YouTube. Okay, and YouTube has to be careful not to seem to make money from illegally uploaded material. So when you're doing your general searches, you'll get your results. You may go to some of the particular channels that are official channels for bands and TV companies, etc., etc., and you'll find adverts there. But generally, you shouldn't find adverts where it's material that's been uploaded, because Google has to be very careful about that. Where else is Google going to? Where else is it looking for things? Well, it's looking for things like Android, for example. Okay, and Android is the operating system that Google's helping to develop and make available to mobile phone handset manufacturers, and it sees this as a developer market. Increasingly people are not accessing Google via a traditional computer anymore that's kind of in a fixed position. They're increasingly accessing it via laptops and notebooks and things, and increasingly through mobile devices such as mobile phones. So there's a space there that where people are connecting and communicating and using the services on the internet, and Google wants to get into that space and exploit the advertising potential of that space. Okay, so it's not helping develop Android just because it wants to be nice to people. There's potential there for Google to go into that space and help exploit it. And Google looks at lots of more things as well. If you have a quick look in Google Labs, which you can access from them in Google site, you'll find that Google has lots and lots and lots of different things beyond the search engine that it's interested in and always having a look at. So Google has lots of different ways in which it potentially finds places to place highly targeted advertising, which is the principal way at the moment that it's making money. There is other ways as well, but that's the main thing that it's doing. Okay.